I am at the epicenter here of what I call money laundering. And what I'm reporting on is the fact that Mimi Stewart is in favor of fracking, but claims to be an environmentalist. So let's look at why. What you do is you follow the money. What we find is that Mimi has received from Peter Worth $10,000 into a personal PAC that she calls New Mexico Senate Democrats. Of that $10,000, you need to understand that Peter Worth has accepted oil and gas money. Chevron has given him $2,400. Exxon, not to be outdone, has given him $2,500. Marathon Oil has given him $3,000. Now what happens is he passes that money on to various legislative candidates, one of them being Mimi Stewart and her New Mexico Senate Democrat PAC. Because it's a PAC that she runs herself, she's the treasurer. It's located at her house at 313 Moon. Because of that, she can take money that's above the $2,500 limit. That is a cap on illegal funding into a personal campaign. But because she runs her own PAC for Senate Democrats, she was able to get $25,000 in one check from the New Mexico trial lawyers. She was also able to take $5,000 on 2 occasions that we know of, at least, from Peter Worth's campaign. That's oil money. That's tainted money. And yet she claims to be an environmentalist. However, in all her journal polls and her answers, she's not against fracking. She accepts fracking. And if you're in favor of fracking, how can you claim to be an environmentalist? Well, follow the money. She also has managed to pay herself $23,000. Maybe that's a commission, but it's actually comes to her in paychecks from her New Mexico Senate Democrat campaign. This is what is called transfer of money from one Senate campaign to another, and it's a way to avoid the campaign limits. We'll have to ask her, somebody should ask her, how she's managed that money and how she ends up receiving in her own personal campaign over $15,000 from cannabis manufacturers, over $5,000 from brewery companies. And when she accepts money from Peter Worth, that includes pharmaceutical companies. So, Mimi, how can you pay yourself? How can you write checks to yourself and use that Senate Democrat PAC to launder money from Peter Worth and oil companies? That explains at least why she's consistent in not opposing fracking by New Mexico oil and gas companies.